JayZ, the hip-hop mogul, faces a legal battle that has rocked the entertainment industry. This case isn't about typical music industry disputes. It delves into personal accountability and the influence of powerful figures. The court's decision to deny JayZ's motion is pivotal, reminding us that no one is above the law. The world watches as this case unfolds, highlighting the relentless pursuit of justice. JayZ's fate and legacy hang in the balance. This case transcends one man's actions, touching on broader societal issues of power dynamics and accountability. It underscores the importance of a legal system that doesn't favor the wealthy or famous. The court's decision is a victory for those who believe in blind justice. This case could embolden other survivors to come forward, knowing even the powerful can be held accountable. The outcome could reshape how we address power, accountability, and justice. JayZ faces serious allegations of sexual assault, sending shockwaves through the industry. The accuser's decision to come forward is courageous, given JayZ's immense influence. The court of public opinion is swift, but JayZ is innocent until proven guilty. The legal process must ensure a fair hearing for both parties. This case will impact the broader conversation about sexual assault and accountability. The legal battle is marked by intense motions and hearings. JayZ's high-powered legal team challenges the accuser's credibility. The accuser's team presents evidence to support her claims. The judge's decision to deny JayZ's motion is significant, allowing the case to proceed. The stakes are high, with JayZ's reputation and legacy on the line. The judge's decision to deny JayZ's motion is pivotal. It signals the court's seriousness about the accusations. The burden of proof now rests with the prosecution. JayZ's legal team must reassess their strategy. The case is far from over, with a long road ahead for both sides. JayZ's legal team sought to dismiss the lawsuit, arguing insufficient evidence. They questioned the accuser's motives and the timing of her allegations. The defense emphasized JayZ's right to due process and the presumption of innocence. Their arguments aimed to dismantle the accuser's case piece by piece. Despite their efforts, the judge denied the motion, allowing the case to proceed. The accuser's legal team focused on establishing her credibility. They presented evidence of the emotional toll of the alleged assault. The team argued her decision to come forward was driven by a desire for justice. They countered the defense's attempts to discredit her. Their arguments painted a picture of a woman seeking justice, not financial gain. The courtroom became a battleground of legal intellect. The defense aimed to undermine the accuser's credibility. The accuser's team emphasized the emotional toll and her courage. The judge faced the challenge of remaining impartial. The case sparked public interest, highlighting power dynamics and accountability. The judge's decision balanced legal principles and societal values. The defense argued the accuser's claims lacked sufficient evidence. The accuser's team cited evolving societal understanding of sexual assault. The judge had to consider the significant public interest in the case. The decision would have far-reaching consequences for both JayZ and the broader conversation about sexual assault and accountability. Section 1. A denial reverberates, no dismissal for JayZ. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation as the judge prepared to deliver his ruling on JayZ's motion to dismiss the case. The weight of the moment hung heavy in the air, the silence punctuated by the nervous whispers of courtroom observers. JayZ, a picture of stoic composure, sat flanked by his legal team, their expressions betraying a hint of anxiety beneath their professional facades. Across the aisle, the accuser, her face etched with a mix of hope and apprehension, awaited the judge's words, her legal team offering silent support. The judge, known for his measured demeanor and unwavering commitment to upholding the law, began by acknowledging the high-profile nature of the case and the intense public scrutiny it had garnered. He emphasized that his decision would be based solely on the legal merits of the arguments presented and the evidence before him. not on public opinion or the defendant's celebrity status. With a resounding thud of the gavel, the judge delivered his verdict. JayZ's motion to dismiss was denied. The courtroom erupted in a cacophony of gasps and murmurs. JayZ's expression remained unchanged, but the tension in his posture was palpable. His legal team, visibly disappointed, huddled together, their hurried whispers suggesting a need to regroup and strategize for the next phase of the legal battle. The accuser, her eyes welling up with tears, embraced her lawyers, their expressions a mix of relief and determination. The judge's decision, a resounding victory for the accuser, signaled that the case would proceed to trial, setting the stage for a high-stakes legal battle that would captivate the nation. Section 2. Unpacking the decision, the judge's rationale. The judge's decision, while a significant setback for JayZ, was not entirely unexpected. Legal experts had predicted that the judge, known for his meticulous approach to the law and his commitment to ensuring a fair hearing for all parties involved, would be hesitant to dismiss such a high-profile case without a thorough examination of the evidence. In his ruling, the judge acknowledged the complexities of the case, highlighting the challenges of proving or disproving allegations of sexual assault, particularly when the alleged incident occurred many years prior. He emphasized that the court's role was not to determine guilt or innocence at this stage, but rather to assess whether the accuser had presented sufficient evidence to warrant a trial. The judge meticulously dissected the arguments presented by both sides, carefully weighing the evidence and legal precedents cited. He acknowledged the defense's claims regarding the accuser's credibility and the potential for financial motives, but ultimately found that these arguments did not outweigh the need to allow the case to proceed. The judge's decision to deny the motion to dismiss did not, however, imply any judgment on JayZ's guilt or innocence. He emphasized that JayZ, like any other defendant, was presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The burden of proof, he reiterated, rested squarely on the prosecution to present compelling evidence that would convince a jury of JayZ's guilt. The judge's ruling, a testament to his commitment to due process and the principle of a fair trial, ensured that the accuser's allegations would receive a full and impartial hearing before a jury of JayZ's peers. Section 3. Beyond reasonable doubt. A question for the jury. The judge's decision to deny JayZ's motion to dismiss shifted the legal battleground to a trial where a jury would decide JayZ's fate. The prosecution faced the challenge of proving JayZ's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. They needed to overcome the defense's attempts to discredit the accuser and raise doubts. The trial promised to be a legal spectacle, a clash of legal titans. The prosecution's case hinged on the accuser's testimony. They needed to present her as credible and sympathetic. The defense would challenge her version of events and suggest alternatives. The jury would weigh the evidence and determine if the prosecution met its burden of proof. Their decision would have profound implications for JayZ, his accuser, and society. Section 1. Awaiting justice, the accuser's journey and potential outcomes. The judge's decision to deny JayZ's motion to dismiss marked a significant victory for the accuser, validating her decision to come forward and ensuring that her allegations would be heard in a court of law. However, her journey was far from over. The prospect of a trial, while a testament to the legal system's commitment to due process, also presented significant challenges and potential emotional turmoil. The accuser would face intense public scrutiny, her life dissected by the media, and her credibility challenged by JayZ's formidable legal team. The trial, if it proceeded, would force her to relive the traumatic experience she alleged, recounting the details of the alleged assault in a public forum. The defense, as part of their strategy, would likely attempt to undermine her credibility, highlighting inconsistencies in her account and suggesting alternative explanations for her allegations. The accuser would need to summon immense strength and resilience to withstand the pressure of the legal process, knowing that her every word, every gesture would be scrutinized and analyzed. The potential outcomes of the trial varied widely, each carrying significant implications for both the accuser and JayZ. A guilty verdict, while difficult to achieve in cases involving high-profile individuals with access to top-tier legal representation, would represent a resounding victory for the accuser, validating her claims and potentially resulting in significant legal and financial consequences for JayZ. However, a not guilty verdict, while not indicative of the accuser's lack of truthfulness, could be emotionally devastating, potentially silencing other survivors and reinforcing the perception that powerful individuals are immune from accountability. Section 2. JayZ's legacy, navigating the fallout and public perception. The denial of JayZ's motion to dismiss cast a long shadow over his meticulously crafted public image, threatening to tarnish his legacy as a hip-hop icon, successful entrepreneur, and cultural influencer. Regardless of the trial's outcome, the allegations alone had the potential to irrevocably alter public perception of JayZ, challenging his carefully cultivated persona and raising questions about the authenticity of his lyrics, often celebrated for their introspective and socially conscious themes. The trial, if it proceeded, would expose JayZ to relentless media scrutiny, his personal life dissected in the court of public opinion. The defense's strategy, while focused on securing a not guilty verdict, could involve tactics that, while legally sound, might further damage JayZ's reputation. The trial had the potential to unearth unsavory details about his past, paint him in an unfavorable light, and alienate fans who once admired his music and entrepreneurial spirit. Even if JayZ emerged from the trial legally unscathed, the allegations themselves had the potential to linger, casting a permanent shadow over his legacy. The court of public opinion, often swift to judge and slow to forgive, could prove more challenging to navigate than the legal system. JayZ's future endeavors, whether in the music industry, business world, or social justice sphere, would likely be viewed through the lens of the allegations, his every action scrutinized for signs of hypocrisy or a lack of accountability. Section 3. Ripple effects, broader implications for the entertainment industry. The case against JayZ, with its high-profile defendant, serious allegations, and potential for far-reaching consequences, sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry, prompting a wider conversation about power dynamics, celebrity accountability, and the protection of vulnerable individuals. The industry, often criticized for its culture of silence and complicity in protecting powerful figures accused of wrongdoing, faced mounting pressure to confront its own shortcomings and create a safer, more equitable environment. The case highlighted the need for stronger safeguards against abuse, particularly for aspiring artists and industry professionals who might be hesitant to speak out against powerful individuals for fear of jeopardizing their careers. The industry, in response to the growing scrutiny, began to implement stricter policies regarding workplace conduct, harassment training, and support systems for survivors of abuse. The case also sparked a debate about the role of media in covering allegations of sexual assault, particularly when high-profile individuals are involved. The media, often accused of sensationalizing such cases and prioritizing salacious details over sensitivity towards survivors, faced calls for more responsible and ethical reporting. Journalists and media outlets were urged to approach these stories with greater nuance, avoiding victim-blaming narratives and providing a platform for survivors' voices to be heard without fear of judgment or retaliation. Justice, legacy, and the future. The judge's denial of JayZ's motion to dismiss signaled a turning point in the entertainment industry's reckoning with power and accountability. As the legal battle moved towards trial, the world watched, the stakes high for both JayZ and the accuser. For the accuser, proceeding to trial was a victory, validating her courage to seek justice. It offered hope that her voice would be heard, her allegations weighed against evidence. For JayZ, the denial marked a blow to his public image, casting a shadow over his legacy. The allegations alone could alter public perception, challenging his carefully cultivated persona. Section 2. Beyond the Spotlight, a Cultural Reckoning. The case against JayZ transcended personal narratives, sparking a broader cultural conversation about power imbalances, the importance of believing survivors, and the urgent need for systemic change within the entertainment industry. The industry faced mounting pressure to confront its culture of silence and complicity, to create a safer environment where individuals felt empowered to speak out. The case also ignited a debate about the media's role in covering allegations of sexual assault. The media faced calls for more responsible, ethical, and nuanced reporting, journalists were urged to approach these stories with greater empathy, avoiding victim-blaming narratives and amplifying survivors' voices. The case served as a stark reminder that the pursuit of justice is an ongoing process, a relentless fight against power imbalances and systemic inequities. It became a catalyst for a much-needed cultural reckoning, a collective awakening to the urgent need for change.